line will be executed. That is a result equal to a result by a value. Then that will be executed. After reading that statement, immediately it will be transferred back to the again while, and again whatever in the brackets test condition is there, that will be tested second time. If the second time is also test condition is true, and again it will come down to the statement and it reads the statement. So after completion of this statement, again transfer back to the while, and the same process again and again it repeats again and again until the test condition becomes false. So when the test condition becomes false, the controls will be skips the statement, it jumps the statements. Okay, while loop, the condition is evaluated before processing a body of the loop. Okay, if a condition is true, then and only the body of loop is executed. After the body of the loop is executed, then control again go back to the beginning, and the condition is checked if it is true. The same process is executed until the condition becomes false. Once the condition becomes false, the control goes out of the loop. So after exiting the loop, the control goes to the statement which are immediately after the loop. The body of the loop can contain more than one statement. It contains only one statement. Then the braces, the curly braces are not compulsory. It is a good practice though to use the curly braces even single line. In while if the condition is not true, then the body of the loop will not be executed. Not even once, at least one time. So it is different in do while loop. This is the different with the do while loop. We have initialized the variable. For example, before the loop, we have to initialize any variable. We are going to print from 1 to 10. Okay. If we want to print from 0 to from 0, then assign the value 0. So if we want to printing from 1, we have to assign the 1 value. In a while loop, we have provided a condition a result greater than or equal to 1000 is there, in which means the loop will be executed body until the value it exceeds the number. After that, the loop will be terminated and the control will fall outside of the loop. In the body of the loop, if there is more than one statement, and we have to go for the compound statements, more than 1, 2, 3, 4 statements like that, we have to go for the compound statements. So if the condition is true, so whatever the compound statements in that all the statements will be executed in the whatever in the compound statements, and after that it will again it will transfer back to the beginning of the loop. So if there is no compound statement, in while loop, it will reach the only one statement and it will again transfer back to the loop. In the body of the loop, we have print function to print numbers, and increment operation to increment a value per execution of the loop. So for each and every repetition of the loop, value will be incremented by 1 or 2 specified number of times. After that, every time it will be checked. An initial value number is 1, after execution it will becomes 2, and next repetition 3. The process continues until the value becomes specified number of times. Okay. So next we will discuss this one, do while loop. So this is also block of the statement or the compound statement. One more loop is second loop is a do while loop. A do while loop is similar to the while loop, except that the condition is always executed after the body of the loop. After the body of the loop, a do while loop is it's also called as an exit control loop. Exit control loop. So the basic format of while loop is just do, begin, statements, close the bracket, and while, test condition, semicolon. So here while loop, in while loop we are not going to give the semicolon, whereas in do while loop we have to give the semicolon to the while loop. Okay, do, beginning of the body, and statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, like that, and so on. You can write the more than one statement within the block, and end, bracket, end, while, and within the bracket, test condition, semicolon. So this is the syntax and structure of the do while loop. So the main difference between the while loop and do while loop is, in while loop the condition will be tested at very first time, that is entry position. So whereas do while loop is the test condition will be checked at the exit, that means the last end of the loop. This is called as exit control loop. As we saw in a while loop, the body is executed if and only if the condition is true. In some cases we have to execute a body of the loop at least one time, even if the condition is false. This type of operation can be achieved by using the do while loop. In the do while loop, the body of the loop is always executed at least once. If it is true or false, whatever it may be, definitely it will be executed. The body of the loop will be executed at least one time. Okay. After the body executed, then it checks the condition. Finally, if the condition is true, then it will again execute the body of the loop. Otherwise, the control is transferred out of the loop. That is end of the loop. If it is true, again it will go back to the beginning of the loop. Similar to the while loop, same as while loop. Once the control goes out of the loop, statements which are immediately after the loop is executed. In the same way, any loop. Okay. The critical difference between the while and do while is that in while loop, the while is written at the beginning. In do while loop, the while condition is written at the end, terminates with semicolon. Okay, with semicolon. Same as while loop. Just first we have to initialize the variable. For example, number equal to 1. Then we have written a do while loop. In a loop, we have a print function that will print the series by multiplying a value with the number with 2. So after each increment, the value of number will be incremented by 1, and it will be printed on the screen. Okay. Initially, the value of number is 1. In a body of the loop, the print function will be executed. So in do while loop, body of loop, the print function will be executed. Hence the value will be printed. This will go on until the value of number becomes specified number of times. After the loop will be terminated, and the statement which is immediately after the loop will be executed in a this cause returns. So, and third one is for loop. A for loop is a more efficient loop structure in C programming. The general structure or syntax of loop is for beginning of the that is bracket, and first section is the initialization section, and that is semicolon. That is the first semicolon indicates the that is the end of the initialization section. Okay, and second section is the test condition section. After completion of this test condition section, we have to write the semicolon. Semicolon. The second semicolon indicates that that is the end of the test condition section, and after that third one is the increment or decrement section. It's also called as update section. So in while loop or do while loop, initialization and test condition and increment, these three sections are then different places. So whereas in for loop we can write the in same line, initialization section, comma, test condition section, comma, updation section. So the three sections we can write the in same single line. And after that we can write the statement or statements. If there are any statements, more than one statement, and again we have to write the block of the statements or compound the statements. If there is no compound statements below the for loop, it executes the only one line, single line, and again it will transfer back to the beginning of the loop. That means updation section. If there is any compound section, whatever the compound sections, all the statements will be executed and it will go back to the beginning of the loop. The initial value of the for loop is the performed only once. Then always in for loop lifetime, the initialization section will be read only one time only. The condition is a Boolean expression that tests and compare the counter to a fixed value after each repetition, stopping the for loop when it is false. The next third one is the increment decrement section. The value will be increases or decreases for each repetition of time. That means it will be updated every time. We have declared a variable and integer data type to store values. That is say example I equal to 1. In for loop, in the initialization part, we have assigned value 1 to variable variable. In the condition part, we have specified our condition and then the increment part. In body of the loop, we have print function to print the number on a new line in the console. We have the value 1 stored in number. After the first iteration, the value will be incremented and it will becomes 2. Now the value becomes 2. That means each and every repetition of the loop, the I will be I plus plus I plus plus I will be incremented by 1. The iteration value will be incremented and it will becomes 2. Now the variable number has the value 2. The condition will be rechecked again. It will be checked second time, and since the condition is true, the loop will be executed again, and it will be printed 2 on the screen. Previously the number is 1, and now the after incremented the number will become 2. Then the 2 number will be printed on the screen. So this loop will be keep on executing until the value of the variable becomes maximum length. After that, the loop will be terminated and series of numbers 1 to maximum length or 1 to specified number of times it will be printed on the screen. In initialization section, in for loop, in initialization section, we can write more than one variable with the help of commas. So in structure, in for loop structure, only 3 sections: initialization section, test condition section, and updation section, that is increment decrement section. We have only 2 semicolons. And we can write the more than one variable in initialization section with the help of comma. For example, I equal to 1, comma, s is equal to 0, comma, x is equal to, so like that we can write with the help of commas, and we should not write the number of semicolons. Once the semicolon is there, that indicates that the end of that particular section. Notice that loops can also be nested, where there is an outer loop and an inner loop. For each repetition of the outer loop, the inner loop repeats in an entire cycle. So that is the so next one is the nested loops. Nested loop. So nested loop means the loop within the loop. The loop within the loop. So in previous class we discussed the nested if statements. And then what is the nested if? The if statement within the if statement we call as nested if. In same way here also the loops within the loop is called as nested loop. For example, take while loop. So the while loop, we can write the one more while loop within the while loop, that is called as nested while. So there is no restrictions. So we can write the while loop in for loop, we can write the for loop in while loop, or any type of loop we can write the any type of loop. So there is no rule we have to write the while loop within the while loop. No, not like that. We can write any type of loop within the any type of loop. That is, we can write the nested if also in the loops. The nesting of for loop can be done up to any level. That means we can write two loops or three loops or four loops. Depend on the situation, we can write the more than one loops within the loops. So there is no restrictions and there is no limitations. The nesting of loops can be done up to any level. The nested loops should be adequately indented to make code readable. In some versions of C, the nesting is limited up to 15 loops, but some versions of C language you can provide more loops. The nested loops are mostly used in arrays applications, in which we will discuss later topics. In this we can write a break statement and continue statements also. So the break statements we discussed about in select and switch statement. The break statement is used mainly in switch statement. It is also useful for immediately stopping the loop. The break statement interrupt the sequence of the execution in any programming, and as soon as reads the break statement in for loop or while loop, the control immediately stops and it will come out of the loop structure. So if we want to skip the next iteration but remains in the loop, you should use the continue statements. So the continue statement is completely opposite to the break statement. So as soon as the reads the break statement, it interrupts, and the continue statement will continue the loop. So both are complete opposite. Selection of a loop is always tough task for a programmer to select a loop. Do the following steps. So analyze the program and check whether it requires a pre-test or post-test loop. If pre-test is required, use a while loop or for loop. If post-test is required, use do while loop. So looping is one of the key concepts on any programming language. It executes a block of statements number of times until the condition becomes false. So we know that loops are two types. So one is the entry control loop, and second one is the exit control loops. Exit control loops. And while loop and for loop are the entry control loops, and do while is the exit control loop. Exit control loop. Loop that will be keep on executing until the value that will be false, and once the outer loop is the outside of the loop is called as outer loop, and inside of the loop is called as inner loop. So once the outer loop is repeat one time, and it will, the condition is true, it will come down to the inside of the loop, that is inner loop will be repeats a specified number of times, or the condition becomes false. So after that again it will terminate the inner loop, and it will again it go to the outer loop. If the outer loop is true, and again it will comes to the inner loop. Inner loop repeats number of times, and if suddenly inner loop condition is becomes false, it will terminate the inner loop, and again it will go to the outer loop. The same process. The same process will be repeat again and again, until the outer loop condition becomes false. Similar, all loops are similar. While loop and for loop and do while loop are similar. With the same output will come. But the while loop and for loops are entry control loop, and do while is the exit control. That is only one the difference. That's all. If the in the case of while loop and for loop, very first time if the condition is false, it's complete. It will never see the how the body of the loop is. How the body of the loop is. Whereas do while loop, if it is wrong, it is the test condition is false at very first time, at least one time it will see the body of the loop. That is the main difference between the while loop and entry control loop and exit control loops.